fact that we're allowing the IRC to operate, they should be thankful. But they're not operating in conditions that are good.
He's talking about the Interactive Resource Center, the nonprofit that serves the homeless in Greensboro. It's coming under fire from who you just heard from, City Councilman Zach Matheny. And now the IRC is responding to the concerns that surfaced during a heated City Council discussion last night about the way the IRC operates since it added overnight hours.
Since this change, safety calls to police, fire, and EMS have increased by 200%. Fox 8's Sarah Winkleman joins us now live in the newsroom. Sarah, I know you spoke with the director of programs. What does she say is causing this?
Well, Katie, it comes down to the numbers. The more hours, the more people, and the more conflict. The IRC has seen the amount of people they help double, and they're working to get more staff, more security, and more community partners to help them.
Is it the best environment? It's as good as it can be right now. Can it be better? Yes.
Shelters are at capacity, the only option to spend the night at the IRC.
There is not enough room, but we don't have an answer.
The phased expansion started in January. Phase 2 is now in place with 24 hours on the weekend and only closed a few hours Monday through Friday for deep cleaning and maintenance.
I don't think we expanded beyond our reach. I think what we saw is that anything takes time and it has kinks in it.
An average of 150 people during the day and about 100 people that spend the night. They added 2 security monitors overnight with plans to add more for all hours of operation.
Traditionally, we have been very hesitant to call in officers, but we were able to handle those things more so with less people.
A large number of the calls are for EMS, but still require a police response.
EMS has sent over a letter that says we do not feel safe when called. GPD then has to go clear the area.
The IRC has seen an increase in the number of people who are elderly and disabled and often need medical care. There are nurses during the day, but nobody overnight to address those issues, something they hope to add in the future.
So it's almost as if we're keeping folks that probably need more help than the IRC can give and pushing families out into the street.
I would most definitely say families being pushed out is an inaccurate statement. What has happened is IRC has never been a family shelter or a family day center in any way. And not that we think that anything's going to happen to the families, but again, it's just not the right environment for children.
The IRC is working with the Guilford County Continuum of Care to get families the help they need. The IRC is not at capacity yet. They plan to add another 10 to 20 employees to monitor more rooms and make sure they don't have to turn anyone away.
For the longest time, the IRC has been the one partner we could really count on when it comes to homelessness.
A conversation between the city and the IRC to figure out how to move forward.
It's not that we're looking at this and saying, oh man, we failed or we didn't do this correctly. We're looking at it, this is a learned opportunity and this is what we're going to do differently to ensure that this continues to work.
And the IRC does not provide beds overnight. It still operates as a drop-in day center even during those overnight hours. But for many in the community, it's the only other option they have than sleeping in the streets.